Hello, friends. Ladies and gents, we are live. If you have any cues, feel free to drop them in the box. Hello, Alexander. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Pleasure to meet you. Hello. Welcome, Nicole, into this video.
Oh, hello. Just looking for a book.
Subscribe because you said you did a video on Sam Evans' course. How long have you been running an agency? I've been running an agency since April of 2016. And we got serious. I got serious about running the agency in October of 2019. And in October of 2018, I don't know, slightly before that, we were doing probably 20, 30,000 a month. And we got pretty serious. And then we've been able to scale up to about 120K MRR now. Mr. Gabo, hello. Pleasure to hear from you. What's your thoughts on setting up your day routine? I've talked about this before. I mean, most of what you need to set up for your routine is just wake up time, start time for work, stop time for work, and sleep time. So wake up 7:30, typically from 7:30 to 9, I'm meditating and working out, eating breakfast, doing some mindset stuff. So there's an hour and a half. Sometimes it's 2 hours. And then 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. working, right? Obviously, there's lunch and dinner and occasional 10, 15-minute breaks. But in terms of planning for your actual work time, it just comes down to the biggest bottleneck and whatever is most urgent. If that answers the question. Any other cues? Feel free to put them in the chat. Recommendations for starting out. Yeah, I mean, I have a whole playlist dedicated to how to start an agency. I would start there. All the videos I've made that are very much designed for beginners on how to start. How to hire great media buyers for my agency. One is write a very detailed description of the role that you're looking for and the kind of experience that you think a great media buyer has. I mean, you need to define what is a great media buyer, and then go and find the top 5 recruiters that you can possibly find, and then pick the best one. Recruiters is the ultimate like cheat code. I don't think people should be trying to do insane internal recruiting systems early on. I mean, if you got the time and you got somebody who can do it, I mean, go for it. But in my opinion, getting a great recruiter is kind of a good way to fix the throughput of the talent acquisition process, and eventually maybe 200, 300K MRR, get a full-time in-house recruiter. Yeah, I mean, Upwork is good for contractors, not really good for hiring. We don't post on any platforms. We just use recruiters and LinkedIn. So LinkedIn to find people, we DM people on LinkedIn. We post in Facebook groups. We post on LinkedIn. We post everywhere. And so we don't post any like Indeed jobs. We just don't do that. It seems like the quality of applicants for a very niche position like Amazon advertising is very low on those platforms. That's what we found. So recruiters, they're straight headhunters. Typically the best talent will come from headhunting. Fun, fun, fun. For those of you who just joined, if you have any questions, please let me know. Qualifying process for talent is pretty much just, we have a screening interview with the recruiter. We do a first interview, second interview, third interview. And then we have a conversation amongst leadership to review if we decide we want to give this person an offer. The goal, 12 months. I mean, we don't have a 12-month goal right now. We set the 12-month goals, like the annual goals. So for 2020, the annual goal is 200K MRR. And I think we'll come damn near close. That's my guess. I think we'll probably come really close to 200K MRR in January. Not quite. but hiring bottleneck for the first 6 months of this year has really got me. Yeah, it was a good lesson. How to stay consistent during the work. How to stay consistent during the work remotely. Yeah, I mean, I think that if you set up a good routine, wake up same time, start work same time, end work same time, go to sleep same time, eat healthy, work out, do some meditation and some mindset daily. Keep the mind fresh in terms of like just sleep and food and all those basic fundamental inputs, and then make sure you enjoy your work. I don't think you can get and do much more than that. Which course do you suggest for learning SMMA? Look, at SMMA, it's like, that's a symbol and it means social media marketing agency. I wouldn't want to take a course that teaches me how to launch a social media marketing agency, in my opinion. I would rather take a course that teaches me how to start a business, and a service-based business agency in any niche. So I would recommend, as I've always recommended, Consulting Accelerator. And I've made a video about Consulting Accelerator. There's a discount link in the video. It's literally $1,500 with the discount link. In my opinion, it's the best money you can possibly spend if you're a beginner looking to start an agency. I don't have a course that offers that. Sam's course is amazing. I mean, that's what I took to help me scale my agency up to $20,000, $30,000 a month. So we got number one, I have the opportunity to associate equity. Gabo, I wouldn't give equity, man. What are the, that's a serious conversation. You gotta like consult with somebody and pay somebody to consult with them for an hour to like go really deep on that kind of question. I would like to answer the question, should you give equity for that? I would have to ask you probably like a variety of different questions to get the full context, to be able to have the confidence to say yes or no, or you should do this instead, or you should do that. So I don't want to say no, but I don't want to say yes. I'm going to tell you to find somebody that's amazing that you trust. Pay them for like an hour or 2 hours of consulting, because you're talking about something that may cost you millions and millions and millions of dollars. It might cripple the business. It might exponentially explode the business in a good way. It could go really bad. It could go really great. It could do nothing, which is also bad. So you really need to talk in deep with somebody And yeah, I don't want to take any revenue from Panama, so I'm not willing to process any money from Panama. But with that being said, I don't know if you wanted to do it in person or something. I might be willing to do something of that. I don't know. Right now I'm super busy, so it wouldn't be for like 3-4 weeks if I'd be willing to do like an in-person consulting. Yeah. So anyways, brother, I think that it's great that you have that kind of opportunity, but I can't give you a yes or no on it. I personally wouldn't do something of that nature unless they were bringing cash to the table, like lots of cash and verifiable case studies of experience of scaling other agencies. And I had many different conversations with them, and I would start out with a model where they don't give me equity, but I just pay them a fee for their services of some kind if I really have strong confidence in them. You don't rush into marriage. It's the biggest lesson to just take away is never rush into marriage. What are your thoughts on iOS and trekking? I've heard so much about it. I don't know. Yeah. And we don't do any Facebook ads or, anything like that. So moving to the beach in September, likely, potentially late August. Yes. Which beach? Is Amazon advertising affected by iOS? No, it isn't. Amazon runs their own platform and doesn't necessarily give you any kind of yeah, it doesn't affect it because the advertising within Amazon is predominantly within the application itself. And so, when you're logged onto Amazon's platform, you're on the platform. You're logged into your account. So from what I understand, it doesn't. I could be wrong in saying that. The beach is called Playa Venao in Panama. You're doing one book per month. Yeah, I recommend you read The Personal MBA by Josh Kaufman. Amazing book. Like, it's just such a good book with so many legendary mental models. It's like, holy fuck, man. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. Few more books. Dude, go to my YouTube video where I talk about the top 10 books, top 5, top 10 books. I posted it. It's probably within the last 10, 20 videos. There's a guy who commented and put all the books and the names. Gabo, yeah, sure. Hit me up in person. That would be fine. Or hit me up over email, sorry. And we could potentially look at doing a in-person consulting call. Yeah, I've done 3. I've done more consulting calls in this month than I have in 4 years. It's been I only did like three consulting calls, but it's been really good. It feels good to help people. Yeah. In-person consulting in India. No, Gabo lives in Panama. He lives in the same area as me, so that's why I've met him in person. Don't get sucked into the Vanau party vortex. Yeah, I don't party, drink, or do drugs. So, I mean, there's tons of parties going on in the city. Probably exponentially more parties going on than Vanau, to be honest. And I'm all right. My brother lives 20 floors above me, and he seems to be throwing a party very frequently. So, Scott Rooney, thank you. I appreciate you. Everybody, I'm 3 minutes past 9. Yeah, this has been a great live. I appreciate all of you that came on. Is there any other final questions before we end, before we wrap it up? Okay, final cues. Not the biggest fan of it now for that reason. Well, try not to be judgmental, Gabrielle. Wherever you go, man, there is going to be less preferable things occurring. Doesn't matter where you live. There's going to be people always drinking and doing drugs. But, I mean, you don't want to live in the ghetto. Fortunately, Vanau is not the ghetto. Yeah. But no, man, we're going to be living in Blue Vanau. It's a super peaceful area. I mean, it's right next to Salinas, which is where all the parties and drugs are. But I won't be going near that. I love surfing, man. So, I want to surf. Do you charge clients a monthly flat fee included in your retainers? Ryan Ferguson, we charge typically $3,000 per month with 3% of advertising revenue driven from better AMS campaigns. That seems to be our standard pricing. However, we do deviate sometimes and charge flat fees of like, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, up to $10,000 per month. With ad rev, typically we're always running off of a hybrid model. When's your course coming out? Hopefully by the end of this year. I keep pushing back the start date. Honestly, I don't even want to give start dates, to be honest. Yes, any news on your course? Yep, end of this year, Mr. Gabo. Hey, Taylor, what is the best way to cost-effectively market a SMA convenience offer? We create content for $59 per month. The margin is good, but we need hundreds of customers. Dude, did you change your name? Your name was not I Hate BTC. I swear your name was something else before. I don't know. That I'd have to think about that one. I've never, scaled a $59 offer, so I'm not familiar. What's your real name so I know how to address you properly? If you don't want to share it, that's fine. But I see you all the time on the live, so I feel compelled to know who you are. I love Petasi, Isla Laguna, though, and I go at least once a year. Legendary. Yeah, I'll try to go there. Okay, ladies and gents, I got to wrap this beast up. And sorry I don't have an answer for you on the $59 offer. typically something like that, you need to crack the code on ads, which is hard because it's such a low offer, but you either have to have a big audience, like a YouTube channel, 100,000 subscribers, and that takes time to build up. Sizim. Wow, dude, I don't want to pronounce your name incorrectly. We've had a call over a year ago. I had a branding agency. Cool. I think I remember, but your name I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly. I gotta Google how to pronounce that name. All right, ladies and gents, much love. I appreciate you all. I'll see you in future lives. Much love.